Hello everybody, I've got an extra special tip for you today, and this tip's all about the mind shifts that you need when you're moving into a leadership role. When you move into a leadership role, sometimes you can be quite surprised by the demands of the job. After all, you've seen somebody else do the role and you know what it entails. But moving to this new role in leadership not only requires different skills, but it requires different thinking about leadership and also about what your identity is as a leader. Now, I've described these shifts in much more detail in the PowerPoint below, so I'll just do them very quickly here. So the first shift is from being a specialist to being a generalist. So you've been an expert in your role, which is probably why you've been promoted in the first place, but now you need to know enough about all the other roles and understand how they intersect. The second shift is from being an analyst to an integrator. You've been pulling apart your previous role and you know all the steps, but in your leadership role, you need to know that about all of the other roles, and you need to kind of pull them together in a cohesive whole. The third shift is from being a tactician to being a strategist. So you've used really good practices in your previous role, but now you need to have the big picture as well as detail, and you need to be looking for patterns and knowing how people might react. The next shift is from being a bricklayer to being an architect. So in your previous job, you've been putting all the pieces together and building stuff up. But as an architect, you have to design something that everybody has a place in. The next shift is from being a problem solver to being a agenda setter. So you're probably promoted because of your ability to solve problems. But now as a leader, you're not looking for problems, you're looking for where you are headed and what the agenda for the whole organisation might be. The next shift is from being a warrior to a diplomat. In your own job, you would have been an advocate and a warrior for getting the things that you needed to do your job well. And you may have been in competition with other people around that. Now that competition has got to stop, and you have to be able to negotiate and persuade and manage conflict and build alliances with people who previously might have been your competitors. Finally, the last shift is from being in the supporting cast to be in the lead role. This shift puts you in the spotlight all the time. Everybody is watching you and they're taking their cues from you. You're now the role model. So if you're aware of these shifts, it can help you understand the transition that you make into leadership. And understanding each of these shifts and developing the mind shifts and skills will help you to be more confident and more competent in your role much more quickly. I'm conducting a poll to find out which of the shifts you might find the most tricky. So if you add your details to the poll below, I'll offer you a free coaching session. As well as coaching for individuals, I offer coaching for teams, and I do workshops and professional learning on these topics. You can see below for more details, and I'll see you again soon with another tip.